Welcome back to News 3. Okay, it's quiz time. So which figure from Southern Illinois history held titles as scientist, philosopher, architect, inventor, author, and SIU professor? Give you a minute. Okay, well, if you guessed Buckminster Fuller, then you would be correct. I'm now joined by Elizabeth Donahue and Jason Wannell. They are with the RBF Dome nonprofit. Welcome to the show today.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you for having us.
Yes, of course, and
The Dome.
the Dome. Thank you both for coming on. Such an important piece to Southern Illinois.
Yeah.
Let's just get started by talking about Bucky's legacy. Now,
Yes.
what should people still know about him today?
It's still profoundly relevant, really. He was a comprehensivist thinker, and the core message that he had in his thoughts was, how do you make the world work for 100% of humanity?
Wow.
And that was really the essence behind the dome, the geodesic dome. He patented the dome, and we are really lucky enough, this is the only dome he ever lived in, and one of the very first, if not the first, geodesic dome homes in the country, in the world.
For audience members who might not know, do you care to let us know what is so special about the geodesic dome?
Oh my gosh, well.
I know that's a loaded question, but.
Yeah, well, the geometry that it uses, first off, Bucky was a futurist,
Yes.
so it's known as a futuristic building. You'll see it a lot of times in hostile environments like Antarctica. The reason is the geometry that it uses, he patterned it after nature, the triangle being kind of the essence of that, and it gets stronger under pressure than, four-dimensional buildings do. So that is really it, but then also it could be, it was erected in a day. It was really from Bucky's lifelong kind of pursuit to solve the housing crisis. Wow. He wanted to make housing affordable and available to all in a safe environment. And the dome really does that, in spades.
Absolutely.
What makes this dome home special is, obviously it was the home of Buckminster Fuller and his wife Anne for 10 years while he was here at SIU. So we feel it's a very significant living artifact to restore and maintain.
Yeah. Well, let's talk a little bit about that restoration process. Now, there's been a lot going on over there. Do you care to just hop right in?
Yes. Well,
sure. Over the last 10 years, there's been an enormous amount of work done to restore it to the state that it was in when Bucky and Anne lived in it, because it exchanged hands a few times. And it was a rental property in a college town for a few years.
For a little bit.
So there was quite a bit of work to do to restore it back to that original state. And we're also building a visitor center across the street, which is in the dry, which means the floor, the walls, and the roof, and the windows and the doors are there. We have the solar panels, but we're finishing the inside, and we're still fundraising and writing grants to solidify the funds to finish that building so that we can open it and start offering exhibitions, and we're going to house our archives there. We have a large archive of artifacts that are Bucky related or Bucky owned, and we want to have an educational program there as well.
The thing about Fuller is he inspired so many people. I mean, we found in the archives in his library recently a book from Einstein, signed by Einstein. Think of that kind of level of worldwide renown and inspiring tons of people. And so really we've collected a quite unique artifact of things that were given to us, things that were Fuller's. We have his personal library and a memorandum of understanding through the Morse Library with it. And so we just have a lot of things that we can show, but I'm an educator, and one of the things that keep me passionate about this is Bucky was infinitely hopeful about the future, saying that we could design a better way. Good. And so that when you have students that kind of that get that spark, it's really, really inspiring. And so I'm hoping we can just do more of that with the visitor center.
Absolutely. I mean, what a neat place to visit. It sounds like it would almost be like a Bucky museum of sorts.
It is.
It is.
Yeah,
it's in the title.
Artifact and
There
the
you
Bucky
go.
Museum. We do tours currently by appointment. We've had a lot of groups of students coming through, but
that's neat.
we also have just visiting tourists in town for Shawnee Forest, and they come by to see the dome.
We see quite a few student groups already, and so we're hoping with the visitor center we're just going to amplify that.
For sure.
We also have at the end of every month, the last Sunday of every month, we have a open house from 1 to 3 p.m.
Perfect.
And that's this Sunday, actually. So from 1 to 3 p.m., if you have never seen it, you can stop by. It's kind of a casual way to see what it's like inside and hear more about what we're doing.
Okay, well, we've got about 30 seconds left, you two. Can we talk a little bit about the Dome Glow?
Okay, yes, Dome Glow. We'll do that on Halloween weekend.
Okay.
It's actually taking place on November 1st with a preview night October 31st.
That looks amazing too. How neat
so
is that?
This started with a professor that used to, and this is in memory of him. He died 3 years ago, but every year he was out there with pumpkins, and he was an architecture professor, and he had his students carve architecture. And so we've kind of expanded it. You can do memory pumpkins. Like I know somebody that lost a dog and is doing one in memory of them because it's on Day of the Dead. You can do just general creative category or architecture. And so we also are going to change it a little with a little walk around the back, and we have some interesting things.
And we're having a carving event too, so you can check our Facebook for that. But
a
few days earlier we're carving.
Well, let's drive everybody over to social, and that way they can learn anything that we weren't able to talk about today. What's that at?
That's the Fuller Dome Home and on Facebook. So,
all right. Thank you, Elizabeth, Jason. Thank you so much for all of the information. And we're driving folks to Facebook. You can learn all about that and about the upcoming events there as well, correct?
Yes.
All right.